everyone, welcome back to another episode 6 of Cozy Corner with Courtney. I'm your host Courtney, and I've got a lot of really awesome, exciting things to share. So let's get right on into it. So I'm gonna start off with finished objects for this week. Even though I am wearing a lot of knitwear today, I wore this yesterday, but I didn't wear it today. This is my finished baking doodle cowl. It's a pattern by Jamie Lomax, and her company is Pacific Knit Co. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna keep showing it to you. I really love it. I'm so excited. And if you guys saw episode 5, the episode I recorded last, it was actually a couple, 2 or 3 weeks to go now at this point, which, I'm sorry because I've been trying to record every week, and I had way too much on my plate this past couple weeks. So much going on. I'll share some other things with you. There was a revelation that I've been knitting wrong this entire time. So for like 3 years, I was twisting my knit stitches. 3 years at least, okay? It was probably since I learned how to knit. So that's what happened on the week that I was supposed to record, the next week after the 5th episode. So instead of recording, I drove home to Atlanta, and it was okay, because, well, now we get to have a great chat and catch up on everything. So when I was in Atlanta, I was able to pick up my yarn stash from my storage room and my storage closet. It's really not a closet, it's a full out storage room and like a storage space, but it's a little less full now that I have my knitting stuff with me. So I'm so thankful for that. And yeah, okay. So back to the baking doodle cowl. And later I'll explain why I didn't record last week either. But yeah. So I don't know, I guess this pattern doesn't come out until March 8th. So I'm not really gonna go into all the details about why I love it so much right now. I'll just kind of put it to the side, and I'll tell you guys more in the next episode so that then you guys can have the opportunity to go out and purchase the pattern for yourselves if that's what you want to do. And I'll show you my cowl again in the next one. And okay, so that was my first finished object of the week. No, that was actually my second finished object. I'm sorry, that was the one I was most excited to show you. All right, so we're doing this in order of excitement level. So the most excited was first. I'm gonna put my chronologically first finished object of the past week. Yeah, because I did finish this. It's been less than a week since I finished this, so it's still the past week. I'm gonna put that up on the screen. I think I finished this shirt on the 28th, and then the baking doodle cowl that I just showed you on the 29th, for those of you who love dates and numbers like me. Why am I pointing at the screen? Okay, so here's the shirt. It is, the pattern is Summer Secret Crop by Jessie Made Designs. And I would really recommend it. This is my first Jessie Made pattern, and her pattern style is just so clear. I love the details along the sides of the front panel. It's and it's so satisfying too. I love it. So I would definitely recommend this, and I hope this will not be the last pattern that I knit by Jessie Made. Yeah, it's definitely not a top that I would wear out in public without something on underneath, or you know what I mean, because yeah, just at this point in my life I'm just not gonna do that. But it is super cozy for wearing around the house or at night. Yeah, it's awesome. So I would recommend that. The yarn that I used in this picture, it's not really anything special. It's just something I picked up at Hobby Lobby, And I think you can hear me talk about that in my last episode. It was really like more for accessibility, like the accessibility of just going to be able to go and pick out yarn in my town, where Hobby Lobby is kind of all that there is, unless you go to Walmart. And they don't really have like fingering weight wool at all at Walmart. So there you have it. The yarn is the Yarn Bee. It's in colorway stonework. And I forgot to tell you about my colors and the baking doodle cowl, but because I realized that I should save some of that for the next episode. So in the next episode, I'll tell you more about my baking cowl and the colorways and yarn bases and dyers that contributed to the yarn that I used to knit. Okay. So my only current work in progress right now is this sweet guy. This is a hat, and there's like a little braid right here. It's like a little Latvian braid, which I couldn't tell if I did like a good or bad job on. But I remember, okay, so first off, this pattern is called the Courageous Hat. It is a test knit, so the pattern hasn't been released yet, but the designer is, I think it's pronounced Sinbike, Tsinbikee, I believe. Her name is Tressa Wiedenaar. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's Weidenaar, I believe. She's amazing. Like I don't think I've ever really had to say her name out loud. I've just had to like type it or like link to it on Ravelry or search for it on Instagram. So sorry about that if I totally butchered it. She's amazing. I've adored her patterns, and I've really like kind of looked up to her as a designer for a long time. I was so excited when I found her turquoise rose pattern, which I'll flash a picture of that up on the screen. I made that last year. It was intended to be a Christmas gift, but I had to pick it up from my storage unit and to give it to its intended recipient, like when I went back to Atlanta in February, because I wasn't there for Christmas this year. So again, I'm just really thankful that I had the opportunity to test knit this Courageous hat for Tressa Wiedenaar of Sinbike. And yeah, I'm kind of loving it. I'm loving following the patterns. At first it was a little disorienting because, you know, I think at the start of any color work pattern, it can feel that way. But as you keep going, I think we all tend to fall into a little bit more of a rhythm or of understanding. We tend to gain more of an understanding of the color work as we continue to knit the pattern. Okay, so next section, I guess I did promise I'd tell you why I didn't record last week, and that is because I knew that I had to make another trip to attend to some personal business. Yeah, since the baking cowl is going to be released later this week and we were coming up on the due date, I really wanted to have that finished before we left. So basically on Thursday, I believe, I was hurrying up and finishing the baking doodle, and we left on Friday. So there you have it, friends. It's been, you know, a really like insightful past couple weeks. And I'm glad that I got to catch up with you guys and share a little bit about that. I got to share my fabulous baking doodle, which I was so excited to share that it had to be my first share of this video. And I also got to share my summer secret crop, which, hey, you know, for what it is, it's great. It was a free pattern and accessible to me yarn. So I think I spent, in keeping with my goal to spend more intentionally in 2024, I think I spent only like $11 on this make, and I'm hoping to get a lot of great use out of it. And I did show you my Courageous hat test knit, which currently is my sole current work in progress. If you'll remember back to some of the other episodes, I still do have my beautiful scrappy boneyard shawl, but since I've had some things that do have a bit more of a deadline on them, I've had some test knits and things, I decided that that could wait. So now I'm really excited to share with you that I have launched something new, and it is something for those of us who love to make, those of us who love to create. It's a fandom themed make along. This month is the month of March, so it's March 2024 if you're watching this later, and we are going to be making along projects that have a dragon theme. So if that sounds like fun to you, head on down to the Shopify link below, and you can purchase using the pay amount, the pay scale that works best for you. This is meant to be accessible to people who have a variety of different incomes and economic needs. So yeah, we'd love for you to join us. I'd love to have you be one of the first members to work in our Make Along community. Yay! And so basically what happens is after you sign up via Shopify, I will link you up with our Discord channel and our Discord community, and we can share the wonderful process of all of these dragon themed makes in the month of March. So if that sounds fun to you, please do click the Shopify link below. And yeah, I can't wait to share it with you all. Thanks guys, bye, have a good day.